and 3,
Never do patches the day of.
1. Yeah. So, hi everybody. This is Pungeon's Planeswalkers, and ta-da! We're here. Patches are a terrible thing. Patches will ruin your day, and that's why we're a half an hour late on the stream, because patches. Funny side note, a company that I used to work for, who will remain nameless unless you looked on my LinkedIn profile, used their sysadmin password was blame patches. So I'm sure they've changed it by now.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Well, hi everybody. I am the Dungeoneer, and this is hopefully going out on my Twitch channel, the Dungeoneer Twitch channel, because we love Pungeons and Dragons, and we fully support Pungeons and Dragons, but I am a greedy Gus, and I wanted to be in control of all the things because I am a control freak. So that is why I am making my own channel, and we will be hosting all the Pungeons and Dragons content that is not conflicting with this time slot, as well as other content from our other wonderful people that are online with me tonight, starting with Petra.
Hi, I'm Ceramic Owlbear, and I play Petra. Petra is an Earth Genasi cleric, like a knowledge cleric, and she is a planeswalker, as is everyone else.
Enter.
Oh, I didn't realize I was going next. I thought I was going last. Hi, I'm Just Pack. You can find me on Twitter at HelpPackStream. I will be playing Tur Duck and Duck, who is my Whom Ranger. What was I being? What was my subclass? I have forgotten. Beastmaster? Is it Beastmaster? I don't know. I've never played a Ranger before. I'll figure it out later and then tell you all.
Trash Panda.
Trash, Trash Panda. That sums her up pretty good.
Disaster Baby. There we go.
Yeah.
And Dix.
My name is Dix. You can find me on Twitter at JustTheDix. I play Maladrak, our Aarakocra Paladin. I am also a part of the Swordcast Adventures, which is a podcast, and I am also the DM for one of our Twitch streams that we do every other week on our Twitch channel.
Cool. And now that we all made it here, and we're... Wow, you might be looking at the field of combat because they are, in fact, in the middle of an arena. But how they got here, we're going to find out as somebody's going to roll for recap. Let's get that first roll of the evening.
18.
Oh, Tur, why? Oof.
On brand.
All right.
Okay. Hang on, I have to think, because it's been a bit. So, last time that we left our plucky band of adventurers, we got adopted by a frost giant. The frost giant decided we were going to go into town. The town's name again? I have forgotten.
Port Niansaru in Chult.
Yes. Because that's where Tur's big fat mouth got us. We were following the Frost Giant to a tavern. He bought us food and drink, which was really, really nice of him. But then the half-elf bartender gave us a really sad look. And that put Tur on edge. And some stuff went down. Tur was able to have a private conversation with the half-elf. Found out that the last band of adventurers that the Frost Giant adopted, he took them into the jungle and then only brought back their gear. So that was a bit concerning. Tur, did Tur pull everybody aside for a conversation then about it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but I omitted, that's right. I omitted the fact that, something happened because we didn't. It wasn't in the bar that I said it.
No,
Or was
you
it
were
in
you
the
were
bar where I
walking
said it?
towards the Grand
Yeah,
Souk,
we were walking.
and he
Yeah,
overheard
okay.
you.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. We sort of had it like, oh, we had a little
That's
powwow
right.
inside. No, we had a powwow inside the tavern to figure out um, if we should stay with him or if we should try to sneak away from him and never see him again. Considering that we stick out like sore thumbs, we decided we were going to stay with the Frost Giant because he might step on us if we don't stay with him otherwise. So then, as we were adventuring towards the shopping district where he was going to buy us all new gear, Tur tried to tell Maladrak on the DL that the other adventurers got fucked, and he came back and and then he heard Tur. Now, to be fair, I didn't fail my roll. All right, I got a 22, but then he ended up getting like a 23 or some weird ass bullshit like that.
Yeah,
So
true.
I want it known that this giant has super loud hearing, and it wasn't because Tur was being extremely loud. Um, he bought Meladrak and Petra better armor because their armor was shit. He did not purchase any armor for Tur because he assumed that she was small and incompetent. And then, let's see.
But
Then
you
we
got a
ended
bow
up
or
getting.
something, right?
What was that?
Didn't you get a bow or something?
Oh yeah, I was getting to that. So then he upgraded everybody's weapons, and he begrudgingly upgraded my bow to an elven bow of +1. And now he took us to a gladiator pit, and it was like, all right, do your thing. This decides whether or not I take you with me or I just sell all your stuff and eat your brains. He didn't say that part. I'm just assuming we're gonna get eaten because what else is a frost giant going to do? And then we started doing our battle business, and Petra's paralyzed. Maladrak is flanked, and Tur did the zippy zips and is now running all around the outside of the ring, shooting at all the ghouls that are really extremely malnourished and trying to eat our gray bits. So
And
that's where
we are at the top of the round where one of the ghouls is going, and I'm getting a little bit of echo. Is anybody got extra loud noises happening outside their headsets?
Not that I'm aware of.
No,
Okay.
I thought.
if anybody has the Twitch channel up and open, that might be providing the echo because you might be getting the echo from the stream. So you might want to mute the tab or just pop out the chat window so you can keep an eye on chat if you wanted to do that.
We'll give that a shot. All right, just checking everything. A little bit of noise, but it is working. Okay, so we're going to move forward. So it's top of the round, and there is a ghoul facing off against
boy.
Maladrak, and is going to attempt to claw him. A 17.
That does not hit.
Not with your new armor, it does not. So
Nope.
he just scratching and snarling and being incompetent. But his friend is flanking you, and so he's going to attempt this with advantage, as the first one should have, but didn't because I pressed the wrong button, and that's on me. But they're both the same roll, which is an 11, and that's not enough to hit the mighty Maladrak. Who is up next?
All right. Do any of them seem worse off than the others?
Right now, they're purple is the most injured out of the batch.
All right. I'm gonna try and take him down with my battle axe.
Go for it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, for a 9.
That will not hit.
Way to start off things.
Whiff. And you hear it from just from like back towards the gate that you walked in. You look over your shoulder as you swing this axe, and you can see the frost giant just like leaning at the top of the like resting his arms on the top of the cage that had dropped down. He's kind of resting on top of it, and he's like, oh, disappointing. And then you get a third attack against you. Where is the advantage on this one? It's a 21 and an 18. So 21 hits?
It does.
All right. So that's, wow, 5 points of damage, but you also have to make a DC 10 con save.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh.
I believe in you.
No. We can't both go down.
Yeah, if you both go down, we're fine.
Oh, he has made it. Yeah. Which brings us to Petra, who can make a DC 10 con save.
Con, hey?
Yep.
Alright.
Nice.
And you managed to
Save.
get that tetanus hand going, that start moving your arms and shaking free. You still have a bonus action. You still have some movement, but that was your action to break that.
Yes. So, I'm going to use my bonus action to use one of my Planeswalker abilities. I am going to dimensional flip and then use my movement to move out of there. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep track of the power points that you spent. I believe that's a couple of them.
Yep. Okay. And
That's 4
getting
points. Yeah.
out of there.
So Petra shakes herself loose from the paralyzing venom of the ghoul's claws, closes her eyes for a second. There's a brief flash of white. Tur and Dix, you've seen this before, and as a flash of white goes over, you're like taking that moment of breath of like, is she gone? And then on the other side of the ring, there's another flash of white, and Petra's standing there, free and clear out of the ghoul's reach.
Nice.
Nice.
As one that was about to attack her looks confused for a moment, spots Petra all the way across, but then sees the easy target of Maladrak already surrounded by his companions and steps in for the attack.
Yikes.
That is another 21. So, yep. So that's 8 points of slashing damage and another con save.
$21.
Not a problem for the con save. Tur, you are up.
Yeah.
Maladrak's on deck after the ghouls.
Okay. Alright, and just a question. So, using the Planeswalker ability is just like casting a spell? It's an action?
There's some actions and some bonus actions.
Okay. Okay. Alright, oh, that's fine. I'm not gonna do that anyways, at this point in time. It's not necessary.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is... so I still have Zephyr Strike on. This is, hang on, the third round that I'm gonna have it.
You're
I
so
have some-
fast.
I am so speedy. So So that's a concentration spell. Is this a they're all concentration spells. Never mind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a puck shot at who's the most damage?
Purple.
Is it red or purple?
It is purple.
Red or purple? Purple ghoul is the most damaged.
Yep.
Okay, good, because he's gonna get it. So I'm taking a shot at him with my longbow. I'm like dual wielding. 23 hit him.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
He takes 5 piercing damage. Shit, I'm getting low on I'm getting low on arrows.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, and then I'm gonna use Horde Breaker. So guess what? Red's getting shot at now. So he can go somewhere. 15 hit him.
That is a hit.
He takes 7 piercing damage.
All right. See the arrow strike into like one of the thick pectoral muscles on the ghoul and just roll his shoulder back, and he looks down at it and like swipes across with a hand, breaking the arrow off. Damaged. You see that shoulder not moving as fast, but he's still there.
Yep. I am also going to use my movement, and I am going to just back up an additional 15 feet. Boom. I'm good. That is the end of my turn.
All right. Green sees the pile and is like, you know what? Easy target. 5-1 odds are the kind of odds that a ghoul likes. So he steps in and goes for thinking, hey, this is an easy target now. He goes into bite. Fails miserably as his friends get in the way, and he's like just trying to like claw through. You get that undead pushing his friends out of the way to trying to just snap at you teeth-wise. You like shrug a shoulder into him, and he does not affect anything. Then Purple, still injured, turns in to face you and attacks with his claws again. An 18?
18 matches.
Okay, so that is a strike. That is 5 more points of slashing damage. And yet another con save.
$12.
Still saving. Red. Also loving the gang. Pile up on here on Maladrak. He jumps in and he goes for a bite as well. Trying to get his face on you. Not doing a damn thing. Just gnashing his teeth. You see the foul greenish saliva dripping down his mouth. Hinting at the poison in their fangs. It's a terrible, terrible breath. Maladrak, it is your turn and you are surrounded.
Perfect. So Maladrak is going to stand up tall and hold his shield out and say, I will take you all. And his shield's going to glow with a white light. And all of them have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. 5 wisdom saving throws coming up. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to switch this out. We just want the one roll. There we go. Do this again. That one did not count. So we got an 8, a 14, a 16, a 5, and a 15. What's our target?
Target was 13, so 3 of them make it.
3 saves. What
so
is
the
your
2
effect?
that don't, it is Champion's Challenge. The 2 that failed can't willingly move more than 30 feet away from me.
All right. Honestly, none of them were going to anyway. They're all thinking that you look like a tasty leg of chicken, and they're going to keep on attacking.
And then that's what I'm going to do next. I will attack Purple.
Go for it.
Fuck.
Not
for an 8.
quite.
Jesus.
Nope.
I can save, but I can't hit anything.
Yeah. With all the arms bashing around and clawing at you in the mouth and just these maws snapping at you, it's a little disconcerting. It's throwing you off just a little bit. So he's going to attack. Blue is coming in for the attack with advantage. 16 is his best. That is not a hit.
Nope.
Petra, you are up.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to use the bonus action to heal myself with a healing word. Fine. That. That'll be good. So 1d4. I get
Nice.
there,
Nice.
which is good. Oh yeah, that's maximum. Hurrah.
Yep. Well done.
That is good. And while I am up, I'm going to take my little hand crossbow and shoot at one of them. I will shoot at red.
Alrighty. He is currently engaged with one of your companions. You may shoot with advantage.
Ooh. Love it. Love it.
Oh wait, you're not a rogue. Never mind. Sorry about that.
Nope.
Just a regular
I'm
shot.
like, that's new.
That's me being wrong.
Aw.
That happens sometimes.
And that's 5.
That is a miss.
Yeah, so I'm just down an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Or a bolt, I should say. And I will move further away from these guys. I'll kind of move down this way to 20, and then I'll be done.
All right. Orange's turn to attack. He's gonna snap away and claw at our paladin again. 18 with because you are flanked. That's that hits you.
Yep, it matches.
All right, that's 8 points of slashing damage and a con save. Continuously trying to poison you.
Not
Nice.
gonna happen.
Yep.
14.
As much poison as they're pumping into your system. Like, no, no, you haven't seen the size of my liver. Tur, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox because
Yeah.
I want to see how this is gonna pan out. So quick question before I actually do it. Can I do part of my movement, hit somebody, and then do the rest of my movement?
100%.
Cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. The Frost Giant might not like it, because it means I gotta drop the really nice bow he bought me. But that's what I'm doing. I'm dropping the bow.
Okay.
So I can pull out the mace.
Mm-hmm.
As like my free action, I guess.
Yep.
I'm gonna run up. How bad is Purple looking? Like, is he looking
Badly damaged. Like, there's like scraps of flesh hanging off of him.
amazing?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So I'm gonna run. Shit, that was a little bit farther than I thought, but it's fine. I'm gonna run up straight up on him. I'm gonna hit him with my mace's shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are.
Buddy, fucking
Nice.
eat it!
Yes!
Coming in low.
I get a lightning damage. This
Yep.
is the first one.
Yep.
Yes!
Coming in low. What happens as you strike with the mace? Like hitting him right across the hips, and you see like as high as you can reach, right in the middle of the hip, it just cracks, and the creature like folds around it. And as the mace hits, the shock starts vibrating, and you feel like it going. And as this creature dies around the mace, the mace seems to like suck in some of this energy, and there is a little blast of thunder that goes off right around the mace as this happens, doing 10 points of damage to anyone except you in 10 feet. So,
Sorry, Meladrak.
an unexpected feature, but you have activated it by successfully killing a creature on a crit. That's... And...
I didn't know that was what was gonna happen.
Yeah, now help.
I thought I was gonna do. That's amazing.
That's all right. Give me a second here. I got to do a couple of rolls. Okay, Okay, so, Dix, give me a con save, please. DC 10.
18.
All right.
Nice.
So you take the 10 points of damage, but you are not knocked prone or back. The two of the ghouls that we're facing, one of them just got blasted to pieces. The orange one just boom, shattered, like limbs and like head and arms flew in, just like a shockwave impact. Blue and green blasted back. They're both prone on their backs. Red sheltered down behind you in like the blast shadow of Maladrak, and just that's how it managed to not avoid it. But yeah, so it's just outside the blast radius, and I'll give you the updated stats on your mace a little bit in a couple of minutes here now.
Okay, cool. I had no idea it was gonna do that, so I'm so sorry.
That was awesome.
One of the things I like doing as a DM is having, when you get some special weapons, there's usually a triggering event that like unlocks the power up for them. They don't just... Some of them will just stay the way they are forever, like a +1 battle axe, but other special items handed to you by crazy old wish-using bartenders might have a little more juice than you initially expected.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna be smiling the rest of the evening. That was so fucking badass. So after that happens, Tur is gonna try to like nonchalantly turn around to the Frost Giant and then just give him a thumbs up with her free hand.
He went from like arms crossed to like hands on the thing, leaning forward. And he's like nodding, like yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna be Frost Daddy's favorite child.
Yeah.
That's so
You
with
still
that
have
doing,
movement and a bonus action.
I have to maintain concentration on Zephyr Strike, so I don't, and that's like considered my bonus action. So I'm gonna do that because what what the goal is now is to run around this freaking Coliseum pit and just wail on ghouls with this, with the hoping I get a crit. So that's gonna.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna stay right here for right now, and we're gonna see if these ghouls cluster again.
Alrighty. That's it for Tur. Green stands back up, shakes himself, looks a little stunned, and he's gonna make a decision here. Looking at the easier target than the one that just blasted him off his ass, and the big Birdman that he's been striking at, and unsuccessfully. Green hasn't done any damage to you, so he is going to rip over to Petra and attack her.
Yep.
Claws.
Nice.
That is an 8 against Petra.
Which two failed my save?
Oh,
Yeah,
Are
I was
either of
just
them
wondering
alive?
about that.
let's back this
The
up.
wisdom save from before.
Yeah. So it was Purple, who is now dead.
Okay.
That was a save. Blue was a save. Orange was a save. So green actually is the one that should not have been able to run away from you.
Well, Well, he got blasted back.
He
but
did
yeah.
get blasted back, but he has to. He can't willingly go further than 30 feet away from you. So he's going to
Yep.
come back in and go against Dix. But an 8 is still a failed attack.
Yeah.
So that was green.
Pray for armor.
Mm-hmm. It's relatively unscathed, except for getting blasted back. Oh, and the 10 points of damage. There we go. Okay. Sing here. Next, ghoul. You don't get a turn anymore because you're dead. Then red is going to attack. And you are no longer flanked, so he does not get advantage. So that's just a 15, and that is a fail. Maladrak's turn.
Tara, how's your HP looking?
I have not been touched.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Thank you, though. I thank you for your concern.
Let's see.
That's what happens when you're the ranger, and at first sight, you're like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. Petra needs to get better at that.
Yeah, let's see here. So I'm going to have to, I think, cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
As an action.
Eight points.
Sweet. I will take it. And then I'm going to try and wail on red.
Okay. Just a miss.
God fucking damn it.
It's just not Maladrax today.
No, it is
No.
not.
And blue. Blue was a save, so he's going to do the Petra run and get after her, because he was chomping on her earlier quite successfully. But only 6 this time, so...
Safe.
So that was the ghoul. Petra, you are up.
All right. I am propping up my shield, and I am using Turn Undead.
All right. Does your turn undead just make them run away, or does it have extra stuff going on?
I think it just makes them run away.
All right.
I will grab that for you though, because clerics are new.
That is your divine channel divinity?
My channel divinity. Yeah,
And I believe there's a saving throw against that.
there is the wisdom save.
All right, wisdom save.
But if it fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
It's now running away from you because a 3 is a fail. But it can't move right now because it's not its turn.
Okay, and so undead within 30 feet of me have to make a wisdom save. I don't know if the other guys are within 30 feet.
Oh, both green and red are. That's handy.
It is. because
Another
I'm not sure
3,
how that works
and another
with a
3.
compelled duel.
So that's all of them have failed.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I'm very
that's-
scary, you guys.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, or at least my god is. So. Okay, so that is my action. And I am going to use, I don't know, would it be like a bonus action to yell to everybody and be like, don't hurt them?
You get 6 seconds worth of free talking in your round, so don't hurt them is totally free. Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
Yeah, I would actually love to send some healing over to our paladin. I know he's been getting bit and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm gonna healing
A little
word
bit.
over that way. So that is 7 for you as well.
Maxed out. Nicely done.
Yeah. And because he hasn't left yet, I'm not gonna leave his range. Maybe I'll
Sounds fair.
just scoot over diagonally a little bit. I won't leave his range. If I do that, that's still okay?
Yep. You're still
Okay.
within his threat. So,
Alright.
you don't get a turn because you're dead. Tur's turn.
Okay, so I can't harm any of these now.
Petra just yelled, don't hurt them.
I've asked you not to. I mean, you still can.
She's
I
not
mean-
your supervisor.
Can I hold my action until one of them gets violent, and then I will go ham with my mesa shots?
All right, so you're preparing a swing. If one of them is within range of you and violent, you will attack it.
Correct.
Okay. Are you going to move anywhere?
You know what? For grins and giggles, I will move. I will move to like this side of Maladrak. Do I need to be next one to be considered flanking? Or
You
can
need
I
to
be
be-
on the diagonal?
You need to be opposite on the opposite side of the creature.
Oh, well, I can do
Yeah.
that. I have plenty of movement. I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
So then I get on his other side.
Yep, there you go. All right. Green is forced to run away because he failed his saving throw. So he's going to run away, which means both Tur and Maladrak have the choice for attacks of opportunity as he flees.
And Petra yelled out, don't hurt him.
That's what she yelled. You've seen clerics turn undead before, so you know what's going on.
That's true. Yeah, I won't do it.
All right, so he bails to like the far side of the arena, getting out of the sand and onto the hard paving sandstone around the on the outside edge of the arena, scrambling up out of the actual sand pit and onto the hard stone. Red makes a similar run for it. Either of you taking any action or? All right.
No.
Nope.
Doesn't quite catch up to Green, but he bails on out. Maladrak, your turn.
I just kind of like stand there, like still like ready, and I'm going to, I guess, move a bit closer to Petra. I'll move like right there,
Alrighty.
and I guess I'm gonna yell at it. You better go join them. And I'm just gonna like point and try and intimidate it.
Alright, give me an intimidation roll.
An 8. Ah.
That's okay. It's already terrified of Petra and the turning, the power of her deity. So it books straight up here, hops onto the sandstone, and makes a run past. As it's going past the Frost Giant, he just swings a hand down at it. Just like reaches over the cage and just backhands it into the ground. Just his bonus kills it. So just his strength bonus splats it into the ground and goes, ugh. He goes, coward. And he just watches and he like looks at the three of you and he nods. He reaches down, grabs the bottom of the barricade and just like one-handed lifts it back up and you hear it click into place. He goes, all right, that's pretty good. Good job, okay. He looks at the far side of the ring, sees the other two cowering, reaches into his pouch, grabs a rock, and throws it across the ring. And it just punches through one of them and crushes the other one right up against the back wall. He goes, not bad. And he looks at Tur, he goes, now I understand why you were the boss. Good weapon. And he's like nodding his head. That's a good weapon.
Thanks.
Can Petra do a quick scan for bolts and arrows?
If you start looking for them, he's like, no, it's used. Probably broken. Let's go. Come on. Time for drinks and food. You did good.
Because I still have Zephyr Strike up, I'm gonna run, grab my bow, and then run right back.
He just nods.
Good call. Alright.
That wasn't so bad, huh?
Yeah.
Maladrak just shakes his head and hangs it a little bit as he walks out.
Yeah. As the Frost Giant leads you out, he just like drops a couple gold pieces into the hands of one of the Goliaths that's like manning the gate. He goes, "Thank you for your time. It was a useful lesson." And he kind of pats him on the head on the way out. He goes, turning to you, goes, "Okay, so what we're going to do next is more food and drink." Then he looks up in the sky and squints a little bit. He goes, "In the morning, we're going to go see my friend Nana, and then we're going to go find that artist Kimber guy."
I forgot we were looking for somebody. That's over the table.
He's looking for somebody.
Yeah.
Petra's going to pipe up, like, there are some things that I want to buy in the city. Will there be time for that?
He thinks for a second. He goes, "Yeah, okay, give me your hand." And he just reaches out one of his massive paws. It's like the size of your chest. It's like puts it out. He goes, "Come on, then." He just presses his thumb down on your wrist. Like he holds your hand and presses his thumb down in your wrist. And it feels almost like frostbite immediately, just so cold. And when he lifts it away, there's like a little black thumbprint, almost like frost burned into your skin. He goes, and you. And he turns to Tur. "You're next, boss."
Do I really? You might freeze my whole hand off.
"No, it's fine. I've done this before."
On someone small, like me?
"Sure."
Is he lying?
Insight check.
Go for an insight check.
Okay. 18.
That seems legit. He's pretty confident.
Okay. Alright, yeah, then, I mean, is it gonna go away? Or is this forever?
Oh no,
I'm not sure I'm up for that.
it only lasts for a while.
how long's the while?
At this point, he's just reaching out and grabbing your hand, just
Okay.
always with the questions. He presses his thumbprint onto you and turns to Dixie. Goes, "Never done this on the chicken before, but okay. Excuse me,
Not a chicken.
bird man." And he presses it like where he presses it, like on the inside of your wrist, the feathers aren't terribly thick, but the ones that were like fall off and like leaving this little circle of frostburn. He goes, "Okay, there. Now you're marked, and I can find you wherever I need you. You feel free to go, and come back to the Thundering Lizard in the morning or before night or whatever. You can sleep in the place there. I have a room. There's plenty of space for all the small people. And then in the morning, we're going to set out." As you guys settle in, you start feeling like it burns a little bit, but your body temperature starts to drop. And honestly, it's not that bad because it is stiflingly hot. I see, like, it's like almost like a little bit of coolness on you, but there's definitely some magic in the mark that he just laid on you.
Oh joy.
We're so thrilled. The Black Frost touch. Gotta love it.
Now what?
He just turns and starts walking away. "I'm going to drink and eat. You do what you like. Meet me at Thundering Lizard at sunlight."
Alright.
As he walks off, I turn to them and I say, I was talking to you guys.
Well, I wasn't lying. There are things that I want to get while we're here. Not that I necessarily know how to find them.
Well, he's already taken you to the Grand Souk, which is that huge marketplace, the number 6 on the map here. And you are currently
Here.
you're currently here, just outside number 20.
Okay. Okay, that's not too far. I'll turn to the others and say, like, is there anything you guys are looking for particularly? / maybe we should chat out of earshot of this guy.
I need more arrows. That's the thing that needs to happen. So a Fletcher would be good.
I'm not looking for anything specific.
I'm looking for, like, vials and pouches. Maybe like a herbalism or a medicine kit, if I can find one. I mean, hey, if I see something that might give me access to anything along the lines of thieves' tools, I'd be in too.
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't be proficient in them, but you can. As you were dragged through the Grand Souk earlier, you saw all kinds of things. There's pretty much, it's a mall. I mean, it is like just and it's like the cramped in things piled up on top of each other, like towers of goods about to fall over, layers of people overlapping, stall by stall by stall, filled with everything. So you can very easily find your way there and start finding these little items that you're looking for. As you start walking through the city, headed back towards the Grand Souk, you remember it was a fairly easy walk there because it was just head towards the water, follow the pier around until you get to the Grand Souk. It was a really simple navigation. You're seeing halflings and elves and tabaxi, and the occasional dwarf, just this throng of people, all dressed in like brightly colored clothing, tend to be loosely fit linens. You get the breeze coming off the ocean, that nice saltwater breeze coming in. It's cooling the afternoon heat, heading into evening. as you can see, it starts coming in, a slight fog and drizzle starts forming, and just ever so light rain. As this happens, you see on the rooftops all around you, these upside-down umbrellas just folding open as these huge rain catchers are deployed throughout the city. And they immediately, as the rain starts, it goes from the drizzle to a light downfall to a downpour to like heavy tropical rain, warm but clean and refreshing, with a hint of salt, and it just starts pouring down. You can see all along the roofs, all along the street, all these rain catchers start overlapping, leaving you almost completely dry, and you can hear the chug glug glug of water going down through drains and pipes and filling cisterns all over the city as you're walking towards the Grand Souk.
That's awesome.
I love it.
It's so cool.
Within a few minutes, you find yourself there. Give me perception checks, please.
9. Oh.
18.
8.
All right. 2 shakes. Roll D20. Try this again. All right, I'll just do it here. All right. Okay. Maladrak, Tur, as you're stepping through the crowd, there's you get towards the front of the Grand Souk, and there's just this rush of like halfling children come pouring out, and they're like they're kicking a ball back and forth, and they're giggling and laughing. They all and the ball kind of like careens off of one of your knees, and the kids jostle you and bump and giggle, and they keep laughing. And then they're past, and you just see them like smiling and giggling and laughing as they pass on through.
They steal something from me.
As soon as you start patting yourself down, your money pouch is gone.
No, I chase after them.
All right. It's like you're like, oh, that's so cute, those little bastards. Yeah. So you turn and look. Give me perception.
Oh damn.
Yes.
Her. 8. No.
Oh no.
You turn to look to see where these kids are. They're just gone. They're like, there's like a triceratops with a cart went by you, and then it just like in an action movie, like where you got the bus passes by, and on the other side of the cart, the kids are just gone.
Damn it. Well, I'm destitute now. That's great. Just great. I love that for me.
God damn it.
Petra's gonna check all her stuff.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah, you start patting yourself down, and they did not come anywhere near the Aarakocra or the scary-looking Ganassi, but the small.
No, they just picked on someone on their own side. Damn it.
Somebody that looked fairly well off and rich.
I didn't realize that my ranger looked like that. But that's cool, I guess.
Compared to them,
That's fair.
there's something about you that screams adventurer. Maybe it's all the bruises.
Well, damn. I have no money now. They took all my gold. Little bastards.
Alright.
That's 200 gold!
That was
200 fucking gold!
that was a lot.
I am so upset now.
Oh
Not that I
man.
wasn't upset before. Now I am monumentally upset.
You know-
Oh no.
something I do have to. I'm going to soften this just a little bit. Standard belt pouches can't hold 200 gold pieces.
Okay, well, how much money?
I'm going to
is
say that it was. I'm going to give it a roll here.
Okay.
You had 16 in your belt pouch, and the rest has been carefully stowed in your pack. The most a belt pouch can handle is about 50 gold pieces before it's like chock full.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's like, keep in mind, a gold piece, right? Gold pieces aren't small things. They're about yay big. So
Yeah.
you get 200 of those is like
Okay.
Heavy.
20 pounds of gold.
All right.
All right. I mean, okay. It sucks, but that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because I was like, I am destitute now. I have nothing.
Crowd of children runs by and Tur's just naked in the street. Where'd all my shit go?
Not again.
Just shaved head and all. Everything's gone.
Yeah, everything's gone. They took my hair. They took shoes off my feet. How'd they even do that?
There's a nipple missing. I don't even know what happened.
All right, cool. All right,
All right.
I can live with that.
Right.
So a pricey lesson, but not
High alert.
a breaking lesson.
Yes.
And you arrive at the Grand Souk. So, in consideration of time, going through the Grand Souk, you can purchase pretty much anything you want at slightly elevated prices. So it's going to be 50% more than book price. But you can purchase whatever you might need along those lines. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to do that in the background. In the meanwhile, what else is drawing your attention? What else would you like to do as the sun starts going down over Port Nyanzaru?
First, you have to remind me how to find book prices.
You can just look on D&D Beyond and type in what you're looking for, and it will tell you how much it costs.
Perfect. Go
Uh,
ahead, Nick.
I mean, I don't think I have anything in particular. Maladrack's feeling kind of bummed from the fight not quite going well for him.
So a little bit of shopping time, and Tur, is there anything that you want to explore?
Hang on. I'm looking up
Okay.
things that I want.
Hmm.
Like an efficient quiver where I can hold 60 arrow bolt
Ah.
or 60 arrows. How much is that? There's no price.
If you can't find it online, if you can't find it in D&D Beyond, you can't find it in the store.
Damn. All right. Okay.
I want ceramic.
I'm not.
Oh, tchotchkes.
Oh, it's a homebrew item. That's why. I was
Okay.
like, wait a second.
You can find tchotchkes galore. This is a tourist port. So there's all kinds of, there's like happy cat things that are like moving like that. There's, you can buy jewelry, you can buy ceramics, there's a pet store. There's dinosaurs walking up and down the street. There's one market seller where he's like selling plaques marking the type of dinosaur. So there's dinosaurs for sale that you can buy the plaque and then go and get them redeemed at a place that isn't the marketplace because they don't let you sell dinosaurs there. So there's
That's cool.
all the different things that you might be interested in.
Okay.
I kind of want a pet.
Oh no.
Well, as you start looking around for pets, some of the things that jump out that are kind of adorable that you haven't seen before is there's flying monkey, a flying snake. There are parrots, cockatiels.
What kind of snake is the flying snake?
So it's like a little coatl. So it's like a slightly feathered snake, rainbow colored. And let's look it up real quick here. Its wingspan is about 3 feet. So it's brightly colored little winged serpent found in remote jungles. Oh, I was wrong. These aren't the little coatls. These ones are a little more bat-like. So their skin is still reptilian and scaly, sort of iridescent and opalescent rainbow shades, but with bat-like wings. That when they spread them open, the sunlight can go through them just a little bit, and it's like a kind of a cool little watermark effect.
Cool. How much for it?
So you want a flying snake?
Maybe.
Maybe. For you, my little friend, 30 gold pieces.
What does it require for food maintenance?
It will hunt for itself. Mostly insects, small birds, frogs, smaller snakes.
Okay. How do I basically keep track of it, I guess, is my question, if it's a flying snake.
Oh, well.
Like a leash for it, or...
Yes, by all means, we can build it. He's like, I have a little leash. You can, and once you have trained it, if it successfully bonds with you, it is like any other pet. It will always return to mommy.
Okay. Does it get bigger than this?
I have not seen any larger than 3 or 4 feet in length.
Is he lying?
Go ahead and give me insight.
Sure, why?
Yeah, I mean, seems legit. And the one that he's holding is like just wrapping itself around his wrist, and like it doesn't go further down than his forearm, and it's kind of like he's just like rubbing its head, and it's like just like little petting it between the eye ridges, and it's like doing that like happy blink of like, oh yeah, that's the spot.
Okay. What else? What other stuff? He's got like parrots and budgies and all that other stuff.
Yeah, parrots and.
Do you have any birds of prey?
You know what? Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. If not, I'm definitely taking the flying snake. I don't even care. 9. Tur. You have
No.
a +6, my friend. You idiot.
No, he's none of those. But the flying snake, he will sell you.
Ah, okay. You know what? For grins and giggles and YOLO, I will buy the flying snake for 30.
There we go.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I love it.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. 23.
As soon as he hands it over to you, it starts winding itself around your arm, and you like start stroking, and you seem to get like the right behind the eye ridges part, and it's like it can't purr, but it's like it like gives like clamps onto your arm, and you can see that like its fangs like fold forward and back, twitching with the rhythm of your finger, and it starts like just nuzzling you a little bit right away. It goes, oh, it likes you. Well, that's good.
Can I have the accoutrement that go with my new pet?
Oh yeah, see, he hands you like a little. It's essentially like a falconer's leash. So
Nice.
it goes just above the wings and just below the wings. So and it's like just a little double circle below and above the rings, and then you can tie it to your wrist so that it won't fly away on you.
Cool. I do that.
All right.
All right. I need to subtract 30 gold from my stuff. So with D&D Beyond, sorry, I don't need to be a hog. I was trying to look for like a larger quiver, but they don't really seem to have it. Well, they have the quiver, but it's not it doesn't look like it's a homebrew item, but then it also looks like it's a homebrew item. I guess maybe I might need to take some time after the stream.
Yeah, we'll do that after the stream, but for right now in the marketplace you can only find standard quivers. You can buy hip quivers and a back quiver, so you can stack up and have like a few quivers if you really wanted to. You might be bristling like a porcupine, but at least you'll be loaded up.
Yes.
And you can also buy bundles of arrows to just put in your pack and keep your quiver full and then pull a bunch out of your pack if you need to.
I would like to do that option instead of looking like a porcupine.
There we go. All right, so Dix, Maladrak wasn't looking for anything. Tur is taking care of her stuff. Petra, you were looking for an herbalist kit or a medicine kit or thieves' tools. Those are all fairly pricey items, depending on how you want to do it. So I'll let you do that in the background, and we'll just say that they start as you're perusing things. The market starts winding down. You see people packing their things up, putting them all in like covered wagons. A couple of the booths at the Grand Souk are obviously permanent, and they start pulling down shades and putting up like grabbing planks of wood, and the planks slide into like little notches and very quickly form a wall that is locked in place as a barricade. And they start wrapping up the building. You see a couple of city guards swaggering through, mostly just looking for roustabouts, pulling drunks out of corners, not even escorting them anywhere, just pulling them out of corners and throwing them in the ditch in the middle of the souk, where everyone is throwing their daily slop. So it's getting kind of stenchy. And anyone that's passed out or is, whatever is getting tossed in the middle, and you see them just start herding people out, not even really talking, just waving their batons, the move along gestures, and
well, I guess we head out then.
Yeah.
How many bundles can I buy of arrows?
we'll say you can get 3 bundles of 20.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
And as you leave the Grand Souk, perception checks, please.
Sure has old for gold in her
22,
bag.
finally, something decent.
Nice.
Nice.
Turn, you
20.
asshole.
Tur's like stacking like the arrows, like basically walking, trailing along behind Maladrak, stuffing your pack full of stuff and getting shit organized for ease of access. Petra and Maladrak taking in the sights. As you're doing this, Mal, you see, just as the rain catchers are getting closed, you see what looks like a stone gargoyle on the tip of one of the buildings near you starts rattling back and forth and tips forward off, and you hear someone in there say, "Look out!" So Maladrak and Petra, dex saves with advantage. Tur, dex save at disadvantage.
Tur, you asshole.
11.
11.
$21.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's 20.
Petra, even though you were paying attention, you got clipped. Tur as well. So it's 13 points of bludgeoning damage as this gargoyle smashes down and kind of like just, it doesn't catch you right on, but it gets you in the shoulder, and Maladrak, you were able to step away, and as you do, you see a large, gray-skinned, hulking figure backing away from the ledge.
Is there like any way to get up there? Like that looks easy.
I mean, there's a lot of like stacks of barrels and crates and like loose things you can climb on, and like protruding beams and hangings and stuff like that. You could climb quite easily.
Okay, I guess I would like point up and say there was somebody pushed that over on us, and I'm gonna start climbing up.
All right, give me an athletics check with advantage.
$17.
All right. Within just a few seconds, you get to the top, and you're up at the top of the building here. This cathedral-looking building just across the street from the Grand Souk. As you were passing it, and you get to the top, and we're gonna go. There we go. There's no stealth, so you see on the far side of the building, about 60 feet away from you, this Goliath, like just getting like ready to jump off the edge of the building.
60 feet away?
It looks like about the right size of the building. So as you were climbing, he was running across the building.
Yeah. I guess I'll run after him.
All right. Tur, what are you doing in the meantime? So Maladrak just scaled up the side of this this large domed building.
Which dome building? Can you just ping it on the map?
Yeah, so we got right here.
Okay. Alright, and which side is Maladrak on?
You guys are both on the harbor side.
Okay.
He just went up and over.
Alright. Well, I guess I would try to, like, yell at him and say, like, where are you going? There's no way I'm gonna be able to climb this. I'm half your size.
He's kind of already gone.
Yeah. Petra, what are you up to?
Petra will get back up because I assume that she kind of got knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
And also just yell at our paladin and go, really? Isn't it getting kind of dark? Like, we should get back, especially if this is what like night looks like here.
Do I hear them yell?
Yeah, you can hear them yelling down.
All right. I would just run to the end of the building and see if I can see like what this guy's doing or where he's headed.
All right. Just gonna give him a stealth roll. All right. Perception once you get to the edge.
An 8. Fuck.
You get down and you look down, and as you look down, there's like the rustling of a bunch of like canvas and draperies, and he's lost in like this sea of colored laundry, like jumping down in between a bunch of laundry lines. You just like lost sight of him.
All right. I walk back over to where Tur and Petra got hit by the statue.
Can I like take a piece of the statue and see what it's made of?
This is a chunk of granite that has been carved to look like a gargoyle.
Once I get back to them, I tell them like what I saw.
Yeah, it was a large, gray-skinned Goliath wearing like a leather kilt and some big boots, and that was about it.
Well,
Yeah. I'm gonna suggest we head back to the inn or tavern or
The Thundering
Yeah.
Lizard.
something about a dragon. Something about a dragon.
The Thundering Lizard.
Thundering lizard.
As we walk, Maladrak's gonna say, "What if this guy's enemies are already after us?"
the Frost Giant?
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't managed to take him out yet.
Not him.
I'd put I'd put money on the Frost Giant, you know, being around.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they tried to pull one over on us because we weren't with him.
They haven't gotten well acquainted with us. I'm not really worried about it at this point in time.
What did the Frost Giant say this guy looked like?
He was a human, I thought.
I thought so too.
Fancy human is how he described him.
Fancy human. Alright.
His name was Artis.
Mm-hmm. Artis Kimber, and he travels with a dragonborn or lizard man. The Frost Giant was just like a little indistinct on that.
Considers them the same. Alright.
Well, Petra's gonna do another healing word on herself as we're walking back.
So a few minutes of travel, and you start seeing the nightlife start springing up. It goes from ridiculously sweaty hot to the rain has fallen and the night is cooled, and every now and then there's this little pulse of cool, chill energy from the mark that the Frost Giant has left on you, and it's cooling you off and like starting to feel comfortable. And you see other people coming out in like evening wear, where it's like linen suits and dresses and stuff like that. And you can see as you're approaching the Thundering Lizard that you're actually entering into like a nightlife area. There are several taverns that are open. There's musicians and dancers in the street, and candles are being lit in different areas, and you see some magical and some flame lit, and just the mix of musics and like steel drum style and mandolins, and none of that squawky fiddle playing stuff that from the Northlands or any of any of that kind of noise. It's very, very relaxed with a thicker drum beat behind everything. And it's like they all sort of start blending together, and it's almost immediately relaxing as you approach the Thundering Lizard.
Cool.
As soon as you get up the steps, you can see the Frost Giant leaning. There's like a bank of windows that have all been slid back, letting the evening air in, and you can see the Frost Giant just leaning there, one arm hanging out the window. He's got basically a barrel of beer in one hand. He's just drinking it back and kind of sitting and just looking out, watching the world. He sees you walking, he raises the barrel towards you, smiles a little bit, goes, "Hey, my people are here. Bring more." As you come
I
in,
guess we join him.
yeah, as you come in, the Ella, the half-elf waitress, is wrapping her shift up, and she's handed it off. There's a blue-haired dwarven fellow now that has taken up the bar, and he's got like big leather vest on, and his beard is blue and braided up, and his hair is pulled back into three big braids, and he's like grabs like three big steins in each hand and like drops three off at the Frost Giant's table and drops others off at another table. Yeah, I'm working on it, don't worry about that. He goes, Dagr, you're paying your bill tonight. And the Frost Giant looks down at him, I pay my bill every night. He goes, So far you haven't. And the Frost Giant leans forward and goes, I pay my bill every night. And the dwarf looks up at him and goes, well, I'll take that up with the manager then, sir. Enjoy your alcohols.
Oh no.
So wait, his name is Dagr?
Yes, his name is Dagr. D-A-G-R.
That's what I was gonna ask. Dagr. I like his name. That's a good name for him.
Yeah. So Dagr looks you over and goes, oh, you did good. And he squints a little bit and he goes, tell me your names again. He goes, you, the tall one, and he points at Maladrak.
Maladrak.
Right. Okay. Good fighter. You had axe and shield, and you let them surround you and draw attention. Good.
It wasn't my best day, I'll admit.
Oh, it seemed very brave. I will take it. It was very brave. And you, the little fast one, what's your name?
Tur.
Turr. He throws a lot of extra growl on the end of it. He goes, yes, that is almost the giant's name. I like it. I like it. And he looks over at you and goes, you, daughter of mountains, what is your name?
Petra.
Less impressive than Turr. But you did a good job. And healers are always useful if you let yourself get hurt. And he kind of gives Maladrak a little side eye.
I shoot it back.
It's like, all right, well, there's fruit and meat and beer. Eat and drink, and we leave in the morning. I am Dagr Jarl's son.
Jarrs.
Jarlsun.
Oh, okay, alright. Okay. Son of Jarl. Got it.
Mhm. His dad was the boss.
Cool.
Maladrak kind of lets out a heavy sigh and he takes up a drink and sits down and starts to eat.
All right. As you pass the evening, go ahead.
Nope, I was just gonna say he contemplates the shitty day that he's had, and contemplates how the fuck he got where he is right now.
Petra is going to eat and drink some, but then she just really wants to get up to the room and she wants to organize some of her stuff and check out that spell book that she got a while ago.
Okay.
There's a few things she wants to do.
So as you start getting ready and start fussing, and Dagr looks over at the blue-haired dwarf and goes, "You, Stoner, they're going to bed now. Give them the room. Take them up there." And he's unnecessarily bullying this. He's like, "Do what I said, Stoner." He's like, Stoner's working the bar, and Dagr's just yelling from his seat. You see the other customers are just letting it happen at this point.
'Cause yeah.
Yeah. So within a couple seconds, Stoner's over there. All right, come on, guys, I'll take you on up to your rooms, and it'll be fine. And he starts escorting you up and into the back hallway. And as you get there, he turns to you, goes, "I don't want to put a downer on your evening or anything, but there is a small deposit I've been asked to ask of you, about 10 gold pieces, just to make sure that there's no troubles for the evening and to cover a little bit of the bar tab. If that would be all right.
Sure, that's fine. And I
Yeah.
pull out 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, Terwolf too.
It's like, thanks.
Yeah, so will Petra.
It's gonna make cashing out a lot easier. It's balance the books, and I won't get it docked from my pay. I really appreciate that. That's kind of you. Okay, so here's your room, and okay, well that's it. And he opens the door into a room, and there's like, it's just like a smaller commons room. There's 4 beds, all roughly 6 by 4 for people to lay on. And there's like, they've been all pushed to one side of the room, and then on the other side of the room, where like the beds would have been spaced out, there's just a pile of like furs and a big bag, and it's been tied with like a like rope that's like about 1.5 inches across, and you can see that like the door is got some like scratches along the lintel and whatnot, but it's a large like a high like a 15-foot high ceiling, but there's still like some scratch marks on it and stuff like that. So
Dope.
yeah, so you settle in for the evening. About an hour or two later, there's some noise and like like things rubbing up against or banging into the walls, and then Dagr sort of turns sideways and like slides himself into the room and just curls up on the floor and immediately starts snoring. He is
Nice.
just out cold. Anything happening in the night for you? Anyone taking watches, or you resting quietly?
Well, Petra wanted to check out that spell book. The ritual spell book that she
Okay.
got.
So you've had a chance to read it over and study it. Cool.
Ter will take watch.
Okay.
I mean, she's already been mugged by little children. She just assumes that everybody's gonna mug her.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody else doing a watch?
Sure, why not?
All right. Just perception checks then. We'll start with Tur.
Okay. Ter, don't fuck it up,
Okay.
girl.
Dix. What's Maladrax?
23.
And Petra, you wake up a little bit early to do some studying of your ritual book. Go ahead and give me a perception as well. All right.
5.
So Maladrak, nothing happens during your watch. Petra, your new pet snake is like snuggling up, like curling into the warmth of you. Sticks with you throughout the night. Petra, you struggled a little bit with Dagr's snoring, but so you're a little bit groggy in the morning. But still, nothing really happens. The evening passes uneventfully. Fairly secure place, and also the threat of a frost giant sleeping on the floor is fairly secure. The next morning, Dagr gets up, grabs his shit, heads straight out, stops off at the bar in the morning, and Stonner is there just starting the day shift stuff. He just grabs like a pile of meat and a basket of fruit in one arm and just heads out the door, and he turns around and goes, "Okay, come on, let's go."
I guess we follow him.
I guess
Sure.
we do.
Take food.
Mhm.
Is he like? Did he grab that food for himself, or is he grabbing it on behalf of everybody? I'm just assuming he grabbed it for himself.
He grabbed it for himself, yeah.
All right, yeah. So we should probably eat the food.
Yeah, Stonner is just like he like shakes his head and starts putting more stuff out, and he's like, just Yeah, no, it's complimentary breakfast. Just grab some fruit and there's mugs of juice if you want, or have a safe. Be safe. You just.
Petra's gonna leave him like a couple silver as she takes a little bit of food, understanding that Frost Giant is not paying for stuff.
He nods in thanks.
Yeah, Churro leave him. Churro actually leave him 1 gold piece.
Okay.
Oh,
It gives you a thumbs up.
So will Maladrak.
Grease his palms a little bit.
Yeah.
In case we have to come back.
Very thankful. And yeah, so you head out, and I mean, Dagr's not going slow. He's not running, but he's doing like a good steady pace. It's forcing you to jog to keep up. And very quickly he heads pretty much right back out the direction that y'all came, and starts just talking, assuming that you're within earshot. He goes, well, I did some thinking and some drinking and some talking last night, and I got some ideas and some advice, and I'm going to go talk to my friend Nana, and then she's going to do a divination and find out where this little scrawny fancy man is, and then we're going to go get him and get my ring back.
Nana. That's the name.
Yep.
N-A-N-A.
N-A-N-A. He had referred to her last night as Nana Joli, so that's J-O-L-I.
All together, or is it separate?
2 words, Nana Joli. You start heading out. As you're heading out in the morning, you see the morning crews coming up. There is dew on everything, and there are these crews of people with machetes going back out to the wall, and you can see them hacking away at vines that had grown just in the overnight. The cleaning crews are coming up, and like they're hacking them down and pulling them away from the walls. You see the same thing as you head out the city towards this gate marked Malor's Throat. It's right immediately outside the walls. There's a dramatic shift from these stolid, constructed, engineered, solidly built buildings. Between the gate and the first wall, it's more some wood and daub, and then between the first wall and the second wall, it's just a little more clay and like the sun-baked straw clay bricks that I can't remember the name of right now, and then you're just huts. And you're on your way out of town. First hour of travel, not bad. It starts heating up. The sun comes up over the ocean, and you start feeling it on your back right away. As you do, there's that pulse of cool energy from the frostbite mark on your forearms. Mostly healed up, just leaving that circle of blackish skin in the middle of one arm. Still gently pulsing with cold energy. Second hour travel passes by, and then you get to the point where there was an offshoot the other day, the side path that you chose not to go down, and the Frost Giant turns down that path, and he starts heading into the bush and into the swamp. In here. There you are, but you take up more space than that, don't you, Dagr? Yes, you do. All right. That's funny. All right. So you start heading down this path. And as you get closer, you see strewn and cast into the streams and riverbeds. There's broken trees. Branches are just shattered. There's bodies of tigers and other humanoids laying in the thing. But also surrounding the house, there are more tigers. There is this circle of pinkish energy, and they're all just sort of circled up around it, patiently waiting. As you approach, you can see this from a distance. What do you do? Dagr stops to assess things and looks down at the three of you, looks at all the tigers. In the middle of the tigers, there is a large humanoid figure. Yep. Let's move him forward a little bit. Standing on two legs, about 8 feet tall, broad-chested. Looks like a tiger skin is draped all the way across his back from where you're standing.
Does he look menacing?
He's got a weapon, and he's just more patiently waiting. Give me perception checks.
Okay. $14.
Natural 20.
Maladrak sees everything.
22.
All right, so position yourselves well enough that you're still fairly far back. I'd put you even like beyond the edges of the current map, but you can make out that there are at least 6 tigers that you can see. There's the tiger man standing facing this circle. There are 2 more tiger men standing on the roof of the building, kind of like just outside the edge of the circle. And you see the one and you snarl, "You can't keep it forever. You can't keep it up forever, old woman. And as soon as it goes down, you're dead." Dagr looks at the 3 of you, goes, "That's my friend Nana Joli's house. That's my friend, and those things are, I don't know them, and I'm not much of a cat person."
Alright.
Shall we do something about this?
He's big smile on his face, and he reaches across his back and pulls out his battle axe. He goes, "Oh yes, definitely."
Love it.
All right, that's going to be a lot of initiative, but add a turn. All right, so remember, select your icon and then click Roll Initiative, and should feed directly into our turn tracker here.
Turd got an 18. That a girl.
Aldrak got a 14.
So,
Did it do it?
1, 2, 3.
Petra got a nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
22. Of all the things to crit on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take a moment and do that. And you guys are currently not observed. So you will also have a surprise round if you want to plan what you're going to do and position yourselves as I get initiative for the rest of these folks.
How deep are these river thingies?
You haven't touched the bottom of one yet. But traveling through the swamp as you have before, it's somewhere between 1 and 5 feet, depending on how fast and how wide the river is. Generally, the wider sections are deeper, and all the ground that you're on is kind of squelchy. Like the buzz of insects is starting to rise as the heat of the day comes in. It's got that moist feel, just like just rubbing your hands together, you can feel the moisture and that smell of rotting vegetation and that coppery tang of blood. There's been bloodshed here in the last little while. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 6 and 19 and 5. Initiative is always the longest part of any combat. There we go. Petra is first.
And this is a surprise round, right?
This is a surprise round, so it's going to be. We'll still do it in order, and then we're going to enter initiative. So Petra, we'll go with you first. What are you going to do?
Petra is going to turn to her companions and ask if there's anything in particular that they should do, or if she should just bane as she can.
I'm not sure. All I know is I can't do a lot from back here, and I start to creep forward.
All right, give me stealth. Okay.
I can make a loud sound to try to scare some of the cats off, but I don't know how well it'll work, and I have to be within,
Mm-hmm.
They
several
seem pretty intense.
feet of them. Doesn't mean you can't spook a cat by, having a shot go off next to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how
I'm
big
over
the
here
cat
with-
is.
I'm over here with create water going, cats don't like water, right?
They'll be so angry if I get them wet.
We're sharing the same brain cell.
All right, so Maladrak, go ahead and do your move. Position yourself wherever you like.
Let's see. I guess I probably wouldn't go much further than there, so
Okay.
that I don't give myself away.
Okay. Okay.
And I kind of eyeball Dagr as I do it.
Okay. You see Dagr, he's got his great axe in one hand and he's pulling a rock out of his pouch in the other and lining things up.
I could take this moment to cast Zephyr on myself and be ready to go on my turn.
Dope.
Go for it.
Alright, I will expend my spell slot. And I've got Zephyr on me, so I get twice my movement again, and all that fun biz.
Are you going to move anywhere?
I'm gonna hold for right now, but I am going to take out my mace. I'm gonna be doing my running business.
All right. So that's Petra's done, Tura's done, Maladrak is done, and Dagr pulls up his rock, lines up his shot. .21 against this blue sucker right here.
Wait, which sucker?
The blue weir tiger. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He just
Bye-bye.
pins him in the back of the head. You hear, pooh, and he lets out like a and turns, as well as the tigers that are with him turn around as well to face the lot of you. And we are now at the top of initiative. We have entered combat. And on the inside of this circle, you hear a frail old woman's voice. Oh, Dagr! I'm so glad you're here, Dagr. Help me! Petra, you're up first.
I am, and I'm just trying to figure out range. Hold on. Do I have it right now? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot forward so that I can be in range of some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
When I cast Bane, I'm gonna move up to here, or one further if I need to, so that I'm within 30 feet. I'm gonna cast Bane on red, blue, and purple there.
Okay.
And then, because let's be real, I shouldn't be in the front. I'm gonna use the rest of the movement to move back behind the Frost Giant, or over this way, kind of by the rocks.
That's 2 fails. 3 fails. Is it just ordering it in like low and high? Do it that way. Anyway, so 3 fails on the Bane. They have all been baned.
Sweet. I think that is all I'm doing this turn.
That we use. Oh yeah, we'll use that for Bane. Angry Skull.
Woo!
So Bane, says Petra. We have a Weir Tiger. So on the roof, Weir Tiger moves forward to the edge of the roof, sees you all, and pulls up a longbow and fires 17 at Maladrak. That is not going to be a hit.
Nope.
It's first attack. Second attack, that is ouchie. That's a critical hit with the longbow on Maladrak. So that's going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And we got a tiger. 5, 10, 15. Moves towards Maladrak. Did not get up enough strength to try and pounce, so it's just going to claw attack. But that is a 20. Owie.
Damn.
That is 5 points of slashing damage. Tur, you are up.
Alright, seeing my pal in need, I'm gonna run up square in this tiger's face. I got my mace out.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many was that? I didn't really pay attention. 25? Okay, cool. Alright, so then I run up on him, taking a swing. Taking that swing. I'm gonna hold off on using the 1 extra D8 for force damage. I'm not gonna do it on my first one.
Okay.
So here it is with mace shocks. What'd I get? Nothing! I whiffled it.
Yep.
I got 2 overzealous in the running up in the squishy swamp.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving forward. Rolling out of this sphere of protective energy is quite literally a massive boulder, and as you see it rolling out, it looks like there's arms and legs like folded into a giant sphere shape, and an earth elemental rolls out, immediately turns and like keeps turning and rolling, and attacks the Weir Tiger that is standing here blue. slamming into it. Big ol' thump. It's 1, 2. Those are both hits. And that is a total of 23 points of damage. Ow. From this Earth Elemental rolling in against the Weird Tiger. From inside the sphere, you see this little lady goes, "Hey, I'm protecting myself. I can let you into the sphere, but if I come out, it's going to fall down. Come inside if you need healing, but this is all the help I can do." So that's really literally all she can do, because you can't cast spells out of that.
Yeah.
Out of Leomund's tiny hut, so she's
No, you can't.
she's just gonna hold it up as like a potential safe zone. Maladrak.
Maladrak is going to circle around this tiger to get a more advantageous position and take a hack at him with his battle axe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
20, not natural.
That's still a beast.
Gotta love dirty 20s.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's 14 damage.
Yeah, massive slice into the haunch of the tiger, buckling one of its back legs and making it skid sideways a little bit. That was a large chunk of meat that just came off this tiger's leg.
Yes, it was. And then Maladrak is going to reach down into a pouch, and he's going to pull out a small piece of parchment. And as he reads the words on it, it kind of like the words alight, and the paper turns to ash and filters off as this protective aura glows around him as he casts Shield of Faith.
Nice.
Solid.
Next up, we got a bunch of tigers. Okay. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It got up to the Earth Elemental and attacks the Earth Elemental. Not well. Then the next tiger. That's as far as it can go. It's going to run right up and flank the Earth Elemental, but it can't do anything else. That one gets up there. It's actually stuck back here. Hard terrain for him to move through. Couldn't get closer. This one turns and attacks the Earth Elemental, not in flanking position. 20, which is just a hit. It does 9 points of damage against the Earth Elemental. Weird Tiger attacks the Earth Elemental. There's a lot of bad guys doing bad things. It pulls out a scimitar and swings the scimitar, slashing against this Earth Elemental's rocky exterior, just doing nothing at all to it. And then Dagr gets like a grin and hops in place a little bit, as like a runner at the starting line, gets his second hand on his axe, positions it, and just charges straight forward, swinging his axe in this huge arc trying to take in all three of these creatures, as he's cleaving with his great axe.
Awesome.
So he gets that one and that one, and he hits the first tiger, just murdering it, like cutting it in half. Actually, he left it with 1 hit point.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's like cut like a huge gash along the side, and you can see like one shoulder buckle, the back leg buckles, its guts spill out across the floor, and then he hits the weird tiger as well, and you can see as he strikes the weird tiger, there's like a little like almost like snowflakes following in the arc behind his axe as it hits, and it cuts into the creature just deeply, and you can see like it leaving like frostbite whitened flesh behind as it cuts in. So like even as it's starting to bleed, the blood just falls out in like little red ice cubes as it hits the ground.
I like it.
That is Dagr's attack. Then we got another tiger. Steps forward and attacks Dagr, attempting to bite him. He just ignores it, like it clamps onto his shin and bites in, and he just ignores it completely. Yep. Then weird tiger on the roof. You see this tiger pulls its scimitar, takes a running jump, clears the fence that surrounds this building, and comes down swinging its scimitar at the Frost Giant. A miss and a miss, and it hits his armor and just like drags down his armor, and like chips of ice, and like you can hear the ring of steel getting dragged down his arm, and he just looks at the weird tiger as it lands on the ground, shakes his head. Petra. Turi, you're up next.
That was kind of awesome. So Petra is going to use her bonus action to throw a healing word at Maladrak. And that'll be a 7 again.
Maxing it out.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like the third time you've maxed it out just tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, wonderful. And Petra will kind of move over here closer to the tree.
Right.
And shoot her hand crossbow at
That injured tiger only has 1 hit point left.
yeah, I was gonna say, whichever one that is. It was either blue or purple.
It's purple, yeah.
Yeah, kind of sad to take out my Bane's guide, but that's alright. Hand crossbow.
That is a hit and a kill.
16. Woo!
I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna move the dead tiger down to the bottom just to get it out of the mess.
Yeah, that works fine.
That's Petra.
Petra's done.
All right, we're back to the weird tiger that is sniping at Maladrak. It's going to take another longbow attack at him. That's a miss and a miss. 2 more bow shots doing nada. And then the red tiger attacks Tur. -4. That's not. That's a 10. That's nothing. And Tur, you are up.
Eat it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit the tiger in front of me again with my mace's shot.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Fucking A!
One shining moment.
Oh man. I'm gonna activate it once and never again. What if it gets a power up after the power up?
No.
Alright. Well then that'll be it for me. So that's second round with Zephyr on as my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move anywhere since I'm engaged range with Tony the Tiger here.
All right. And we're over to the Earth Elemental, who is currently focused on the weird tiger, and it is going to strike. It gets slam, crit.
Nice.
And another huge, so that is a total of 41 points of damage against the Weird Tiger, who's looked like surprised and shocked, and like big, huge slams, like just crunching it, beating it down. It's like you can actually see it sink into the soggy ground. These huge overhand strikes just pummel it down. Maladrak, you're going to be coming up right away. Nana Joli goes, "You're doing great! Strong fighters!"
Maladrak's going to raise his axe up and try and bring it down on this thing.
This tiger over here? Okay.
Yeah, the one where I'm flanking with Tur.
Yeah, go for advantage. Oh, Tur, you were supposed to roll with advantage.
Oh, well.
Do that
okay.
before Maladrak does his.
Ah.
That's what flanking's for.
Yep.
Wait, did Maladrak do his?
Nope, he hasn't done his yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were telling me to go before him.
Yes, please.
My bad. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were telling me I had to go after. Nice. I
There
got
you
a 20.
go. There you go. You got the 20, and add a. Oh, it's not a crit. So just 20.
It's not crit. It's just a 20.
4 points of damage. All right.
4 points of damage.
Smashing into the tiger. There we go. Maladrak, you're next, and then Petra, you'll be after some tigers.
All right. A 22
That is a big ol' hit.
for 7 points.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope, I don't really have a whole lot of bonus action stuff, so I'm gonna just sit tight.
All right. So we're going to do a bunch of tiger attacks against your frost giant friend, Dagr. So,
I have a weird question.
go for it. It's a miss.
How tall is this earth elemental and how tall is the frost giant?
Earth Elemental is a large creature, so 10-ish feet high. And Dagr is huge, so he is... I don't
As
have...
big as a hydra.
Yeah, he is like 15-ish feet high.
Okay.
He's huge. That's why he takes up 4 squares. This guy here should actually be taking up not quite that much space.
No, that's okay. I was just trying to figure out.
Yeah, large is supposed to be a 10 by 10. And huge is going to be 15 by 15, so I'm going to size him up. There we go. That's how much space he takes up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's helpful. Thank you.
So that was the first tiger, missed. And then another tiger, missed. And then another tiger. No. 1, 2, 3 tigers. Yeah, 4 tigers. So there's that one. And then this one came over to attack the earth elemental for nothing. That one is dead. You don't get a turn no more. And then the weird tiger is going to attack Dagr, slashing at him with its scimitar. Miss. And ooh, finally he's like just slashing against his armor, and finally it cuts in, and Dagr looks down and goes, just like nods his head, "Good try." So he's got 14 points of damage. And then it's Dagr's turn, and he's like, "Good try." Picks his axe and swings it overhead, one-handed, just like a huge overhead, and just crushes, just drives this weird tiger into the ground. leaving like cleaving one arm clear off and halfway through its torso, and it hits the ground. Guts are coming out the sides. It's bleeding. You can see that it's got like it's not quite dead, but it's just laying there bleeding out at this point. And then he turns, he looks, and he goes, oh, and he swings at one of the tigers. Clipping it pretty good. And I'm batting it to the side a little bit. That's Dagr's turn. Tiger attacks him. Probably not terribly effectively. Nope. This tiger goes, you hear it roar something out and says something in a language. All you really catch out is the no! And it runs forward, attacking Dagr. And got 1 slash in against him. Petra, you're up.
Okay. So Petra is very pleased with her distance, and she might shift a little bit just to get a better line of sight on one of these guys, but she wants to take a shot at
if you're looking for the most injured, you've got a weird tiger that's on its last legs. You've got the red tiger between Maladrak and Tur that's badly injured. Most of the rest of them are untouched at this moment.
yeah, no, she'll take the blue tiger.
Okay.
She's got a decent line of sight on him.
The blue tiger or the blue weird tiger?
The weird tiger.
Okay, go for it. That is a hit.
14.
Yep. That finishes him off.
Okay. And
Just as he's like trying to stagger back up to his feet, you can see the wound starting to heal ever so slightly. Catches him right in the head. He flops down. Dagr looks over his shoulder at you. It's okay, Lethal One. You can have my scraps.
yeah, I was waiting for something like that. That's alright, I'm good. Then.
Then we have the weird tiger that's on the roof, sniping at Maladrak with its longbow. Got a 16 and a 23.
That one hits.
4 points of piercing damage. Tiger. Red tiger is attacking Tur still. 19.
Ow.
6 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
And Tur, it's your turn to respond.
Yeah, I'm hitting that bitch. Hang on a second.
Get him.
I'm gonna get him. Gonna get him real good. And I get to attack with advantage, because we're still flanking. Advantage. Base shocks. Are you fucking kidding?
Oh, man.
At least the numbers go 4, 5, 6.
Oh, man.
You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm gonna back up.
All right.
Backing up.
The tiger's going to take
And
that
then,
attack of opportunity.
He
Ooh.
can't, because I'm on Zephyr Strike.
Ooh.
He can't attack me.
What?
Zephyr Strike. My movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. I am too quick, bitch.
You and your rules. The tiger just like slashes out, like confident that it had caught something, and like you just see it slap its paw into the mud.
Turd gives
There
it
you
the
go.
middle finger.
All right. Anything else from you, Tur?
I will be putting away my mace, and I will prepare to pull out my longbow and fuck some bitches up.
All right. Earth
But that is
Elemental.
the information.
Earth Elemental turns and attacks the 2 tigers nearest it. That is a hit and a miss. So it slams this 1 tiger into the ground here. Actually, we're going to do it that way. Yeah. So the first attack slams into it, and the second attack just misses, and then you see it just sort of lean over the tiger and start to envelop it. And from inside the hut, you hear the old lady, I've been holding it for almost 8 hours. It's gonna go down soon. I can't stop it. Maladrak, you're up.
I'm gonna try and finish off this one that's in front of me.
Alrighty.
No more advantage though. 14?
That's a hit.
Oh, sweet.
And that kills
14
it.
slashing damage.
And it kills it.
Awesome.
Move that tiger out the way. Move this dude out the way. Orange tiger still mindlessly attacking at Dagr. Nope, not even. Next one attacking the Earth Elemental. Nope. Poor tigers. Nope.
No luck for them.
He's gone. And it's Dagr's turn. Dagr eyeballs the standing were tiger. He goes, if you run away, I'll give you a head start. Nope, okie dokie. And he just swings his great axe overhead at this thing, smashing into it. Oh,
Oh no.
the first hit clips so deep and so hard. Oops. And 3 more. No, he swings back, swings the second one down, and the tiger, surprisingly nimble, or maybe not because it's a tiger, manages to sidestep, and he drives the axe all the way, like, past the eye of the head into the muck in the ground, and he starts pulling on it, angrily grunting. We're going to give this tiger advantage on him. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
The weird tiger, I'm going to give it advantage as well as he's struggling on it. Advantage. Swinging its scimitar. That's a hit.
Ooh.
And that's a hit. But Dagr just doesn't even acknowledge them. They're like, they're such little hits for him that he's just ignoring it almost completely.
Okay.
He kind of looks up at the weird tiger and goes, "Good for you. It's important to fight." Petra's turn.
Okay. Petra is looking up at that were-tiger up on top of the pink dome, and I want to hit it with a guiding bolt.
Go for it.
Did it do it? Did it link across?
So make a ranged spell attack.
I thought I did. It didn't link across from Dion. Okay.
Uh-oh.
How do I do it?
Well, there's the.
Oh, there it is.
That was me. That was me doing the roll for
Oh.
damage. But you still have to
Okay.
do the ranged spell attack. So just a ranged attack, and then use your wisdom modifier as your plus to hit.
Okay. So just a d20 plus my wisdom. Okay.
Don't think 5 is going to be enough.
Nope.
So
Well, that was a waste of a spell slot.
the weird tiger ducks behind the sphere of the tiny hut spell and like lets the guiding bolt blast into it, and then it stands back up and eyeballs you, Petra. Still within short range.
Glare at him back.
And that is 23 to hit.
Hit me?
To hit
Yeah, that
you.
hits.
Yeah. So that's 5 points of piercing damage. And then the second shot misses entirely as he pulls back, really amping it up, and the string breaks in his hand. He looks at it in anger and then just leaps down, drawing his scimitars. And makes it to here. Tur, you're going to be coming up right away here. Dead Tiger,
I'm ready
it's
for it.
your turn.
Alright. Alright. I am pulling out my Elvish Longbow. How close is he? Oh, within 20 feet. That won't do. Gonna move here. And then I'm gonna shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Nat
Nice.
20!
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Well done.
So he takes 8 piercing damage.
There we go. Yep.
Dope.
Beautiful.
Earth Elemental. So it is going to grapple the one tiger.
Oh, that's another rounding Zephyr strike.
And both the Earth Elemental and the tiger disappear into the ground.
Yes.
Nice.
Take him off the map for a second. And Nana Joli, the tiny hut drops, and there's this little old halfling lady. She's got chin tattoo and some wispy hairs coming off of her chin, steel gray hair. She's holding a stick, like a walking stick in one hand and a big stone in the other. And as the spell drops, she goes, okay, and points her stick at the nearest tiger, and 4 blasts of magical energy shoot out. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go.
Yes.
There should be more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude,
There
hell
we go.
yeah.
So we
Yeah,
got
get it.
18 points of damage on a tiger.
Nice.
There we go. And that's Nana's turn. Maladrak.
Maladrak would like to run forward and jump off this tree and swing at this were tiger.
Go for it.
14 to hit.
That, I believe, on the weird tiger is a hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
I am also going to expend a spell slot to smite his ass.
Mm-hmm. You're going against red here?
Yep.
Okay.
For a total of 16 points of damage.
Nice. the radiant energy just hits him and causes him to turn his head to one side. You can see like a big scorch mark on his fur from where your axe is hit, along with the slashing damage across his chest.
Sweet.
Next up, we got Tiger. Tiger attacking Dagger. That he ignores that.
Surprised Dagger hasn't stepped on one yet.
Next one rushes up to attack him. Nothing. They're just whiffing. That one's gone. That one's dead. That's why it's over there. That's gone. And that tiger. Nope. Nothing. Dagger's like, he looks over his shoulders at Eli. He goes, "You take the little kitties, I'll get the big one." And he swings his axe at the weird tiger. Ooh, still, like it's still stuck in the ground. He's pulling. He says that all confident, and then he pulls and he can't get his axe out of the ground. Sticks his foot down and like really pulls. He's like, "I think it's stuck on a root. It won't come out." And it's just the axe is just stuck in the ground. But he's not giving up on it. And meanwhile, all these animals are just clawing and scratching at him, and he's pretty much just ignoring them. This one got through. It's like he stops with the axe and he looks at the one tiger and like pushes it back with one hand and goes, "Okay, ouch." And we got that weird tiger is going to yells something at him and then swings with its scimitar. That is a hit, and that is another hit. So he gets 2 strikes against him. Goes, "Okay, you're really making me mad now." Petra. I can't hear you, Petra.
Thank you. I muted myself because mouse noises. I have curry, you guys. But Petra is going to take out her, well, I guess her hand crossbow is already out. She's going to shoot Mr. Red Weretiger over beside Maladrak. So,
That is a hit.
to hit?
That is a hit.
Alright. 7 damage to that guy.
Alright.
And
The dagger hits and like it's like it gets stuck in its fur. It doesn't pierce as deeply as you'd hoped it would.
Alright. Good to know. And I know it's kind of like squishy ground we're on.
So if you have to cross any of the rivers, it's the rivers themselves are rough terrain, so they take up twice as much travel as anything anywhere else would.
Okay, noted.
Everything else is just squishy.
Okay. Then I think Tra is probably gonna stay where she is.
All right.
Okay, I'm not.
Tur, you're going to be up after the weird tiger.
Yep.
that is facing Maladrak and is going to slice at him twice with Scimitar. A 22 for 9 points of slashing damage,
That hits.
and then a 14.
That does not.
All right. All right. Turi, you're up.
How's he looking?
The Weird Tiger?
Yeah.
Very healthy. Both of the Weird Tigers are looking very healthy.
Alright, I'm gonna get up right next to Dagr, so he's in my direct line of sight.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit him, and then what I would also like to do, if this does hit, I would like to do the 1d8 force damage. 16 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. And then I get to dice roller 1d8. He takes 2 force damage as he gets that bolt right in the chest.
All right. So that is a total of 6 minus 6 points of damage. So Tur focuses in, and you can see her lining up the Elvish Longbow, and her hand that's holding it starts glowing with this little bit of shimmering energy, and it creeps up the bolt itself. So when she releases it, it like almost like an image of her hand forming around the hip, the top of this the bolt, and it just slams forward, and then piercing right after it, driving into the Weird Tiger. He steps back surprised and like kind of looks over his shoulder at you. Then rising up out of the ground, the Earth Elemental reappears, standing in front of Nana, and swipes at one of the tigers that was right near her. The other tiger that went under the ground with it does not make an appearance. I think that is a hit, yep. So that's 14 points, and then 60 more points. That's 30 points of damage on this tiger. You hear bones cracking as these 2 giant fists of this earth elemental crush down on this jungle cat. And Nana looks and points her staff at the same cat and fires off another round of magic missiles. It's going to be 4d4 plus 4. So that's going to be 14 points of damage, finishing it off.
Yeah, now.
I'm going to move it out of the way onto the pile. Maladrak.
Maladrak is going to try and smash on this guy in front of him.
All right. That is a big old hit. Yeah.
Woo! For 9 points damage.
That's a big old hit. That's a dead tiger. It doesn't get a turn. That's a tiger that's attacking. Yeah. It's going to still attack Dagr. It's not a pretty fight, but oh, look, it did 6 points of damage. You see, Dagr's actually like his lower legs have actually been clawed up pretty badly at this point. You can see like some bluish black blood starting to seep out of his legs, and it's like crystallizing as it comes out of his body. He's like, "Okay, you're really making me mad now," and he pulls at the axe in the ground, yanking it out of the ground, and then swings it down at this tiger, splitting it in half, and then kicking it off to the side and turning to face the weird tiger. "Okay, buddy, you're next." Tiger on his blind side circles around to get the flank on him, and then attacks from behind. Roll this twice. There we go. doing 7 points of damage against him. He looks over his shoulder at Tur. He goes, "Hey, you, boss, do something about that." And Weird Tiger slides over to the side a little bit so that it's not going to get flanked by the Earth Elemental, and lands, strikes 2 more times with its scimitar against him. A miss and a hit, doing 9 more points of slashing damage, taking him to... Okay. Petra, you are up. Tur, you're going to be up after her.
Which one was he wanting me to take care of?
The tiger that's now standing beside you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm a little
So
bit close range, so I'll
yeah,
back.
it's going to be Petra first, though.
Me first.
That's fine.
So, Petra's going to use her bonus action to throw a second level healing word at Maladrak.
Okay.
And taking some damage. Is that not? No, my spells aren't synced. Okay, I'll just roll it.
Oh. But that's plus 3, right?
That I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, sorry, it's 2d4 plus 3, so I will roll another d4. Okay, so that's
7.
7.
plus 3. Ignore that 20. I clicked on the wrong button.
So that's your bonus action? That was your action.
That was my bonus action.
Okay.
Healing word's a bonus action. And I am going to use my action to actually join the fray. I'm gonna move up to this tiger and hit him.
Switch into your battle axe.
Switching to the battle axe, which I am not proficient in, I don't think.
So that'll be a d20 plus strength. That's a hit, actually. So go ahead and roll damage for the axe.
That's 4 damage.
Alrighty. You land the first strike against this tiger. Then the weird tiger facing Maladrak is going to slash at him. It's a 15. Nope. And as it slashes the thing, you're expecting it to come back with a second slash, but instead it leans forward and just snaps at your face. That is a 20.
That matches my current AC.
That is a hit. Please roll a Constitution saving throw for me and take 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You said Constitution?
Yep. Alrighty.
15.
So 6 points of piercing damage. And Tur, you are up.
Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna back up to here. Zoom in. And then I will take a shot at him with my longbow.
That's a big old hit.
He takes 7 points of piercing damage, and that's another round for Zephyr Strike. I got 5 more rounds. That'll be it for me.
All right.
That's all. Oh, wait. Lies and deceit and slander. I am also... I forgot. I had Horror-Breaker. I could have been shooting extra people this whole time. So I would like to shoot green guy here.
All right.
Do I have a clear sight of him?
You
Or
do.
do I need to...
You got
Okay.
a fair line on him.
Alright, yeah. Green guy is gonna get it. 20.
You get advantage on these two?
Wait. No, sorry, lies and deceit. I didn't realize I still had advantage on.
So that's a 14, which
That's a 14.
is still a hit.
Eat it. Yeah, so he takes 6 piercing damage. So I guess I don't hit the first one because that one would have been a 13.
No, that would be hit too.
Oh, okay then.
They do
Never
not
mind.
have high ACs.
Okay, good. Then that's the end for my turn. I'm sorry.
All right.
I will be better at playing a ranger, I promise. I will get there.
The Earth Elemental is holding ground in front of Nana. Nana is going to fire off some magical missiles. Seems like the Weird Tiger closest to her is a good bet. So it's going to be another... Alright, crap, but...
Man.
minimum. So that's still 8 points of magical damage as they all land in this tiger. Tigers start looking around, and they're recognizing that the tide of battle is not looking great. Maladrak, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep hacking away.
Okay. Go for it.
24 to hit.
That is a big ol' hit.
For 9 damage.
Alright. That is a dead tiger. It doesn't get its turn. So Dagr is going to swing at the Weird Tiger yet again. Yep. It's 1 and 2. That's a lot of damage. I'm not even going to try and math that. I'll just do them separately. Wow. Yep. That's a lot of damage he can deal out. Tiger turns and attacks Petra. Because she was the last one to attack it, and honestly, it's kind of afraid of Dagr.
Yeah.
And it snaps at you. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. This tiger circles around Dagr until he gets to here. Snaps at Tur.
Does he, though?
16.
He does. I didn't get better armor.
Okay, so that's 9 points of piercing damage and a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con save? That's
Mhm.
literally the one thing. Okay, never mind. It's a charisma save that I'm the worst at, but. Oh, 15.
All right, cool.
Well done.
Then you see him drop a bunch of his weapons, shift into a tiger form, disengaging, and books it.
Does he, though? Gets an attack of opportunity.
Disengaged. That's
Sorry.
that's
Sorry.
deliberate. Yep.
Yep.
Deliberate thing. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Wait. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okie
I run
dokie.
after him.
He cannot disengage because he attacked, so he can't do that. He's gonna just stay here and keep moving around so he's not flanked. That's the best he can do. Petra.
Tetra is going to swing her axe at this tiger that bit her.
Mm-hmm.
The lovely axe that she's not proficient in. We said +3? Plus
It's
strength.
yeah. Wonder
Oh.
why it's.
I think,
There we go.
I think it
Yep,
did
that
it.
worked.
It did it.
It's a 16. That is a hit and 7 points of slashing
16.
damage. Cool.
Bruh. And, nope, that's it. She's staying.
All right. Weird Tiger facing off on Maladrak. Snaps at him again. That's once. A bite. And a claw with its offhand, both of which miss horribly. It's looking around the field. It's like, And you can see it getting a little more feral, where it's like turning to claws and teeth rather than using its sword properly. But it's still engaged with you, so it's not going to do anything. Tur, you're up. You're silenced, Tur.
It's okay. I wasn't saying anything of importance.
Okay.
I am moving this way.
Okay.
Ooh, no. Wrong way to move. Wrong way to move. I'm moving this way.
You were here.
Yeah, I was here. I'm trying to... You know what? I will go here. Because I'm actually probably not going to hit Dagr. Okay. And then I'm going to hit him with the longbow.
Okay.
Fucking hey! Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh.
The worst.
As you're pulling it back, having dropped it and picked it back up, and it's like, so it just like the string slides between your fingers, and it's like the string has gotten wet, and it's kind of like not as springy as you had hoped it would be.
It's fine. You know what? That'll be it for me.
All right. Earth Elemental starts sinking into the ground. It leans back against Nana, and she holds the rock out against it, and it starts like kind of like sinking into the rock, sinking into the ground, getting smaller and smaller, and it's fading away. And Nana goes, "That was it. That was all the time I had left with him. Oh, Dagr, I'm so glad you're here." And then she looks around and unleashes another blast of magic missiles at this weird tiger. It's 8 plus 4 is 12, which puts him down. Dagr scowls at her, goes, "Hey, now, that was mine." Maladrak.
Maladrak smash for a 25.
That's a big old
Yeah,
hit.
too.
And Dagr looks around and goes, "Well, hell. Nana, you took away my kill. That's just not cool. And he walks over and leans his axe up against the fence and sits down. He goes, "Let's see how my people do. They're pretty good fighters. I had them kill some ghouls yesterday." And he starts just a conversation with her.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, the tiger strikes out at Petra,
Yep.
failing.
Failing.
Petra's turn.
All right. Petra is going to use this great axe again.
Oh, it's not a great axe. It's a decent axe.
All right. Well, she thinks it's pretty great and way beyond her skill level. Did it do it?
Yep,
Do it?
but that did not hit.
Petra whiffles it while this giant is looking at her, just like curses under her breath.
Yeah. All right. So, Weird Tiger drops his weapons, polymorphs into pure tiger form. Let's make sure I'm reading this so I don't give him too many things to do. Action, cool, cool. And turns and starts booking. Alright, Maladrak, you do get an attack of opportunity as he turns to run away.
Oh, yes. For a 10.
No, that is a miss.
Womp womp.
Tur.
I am going to drop my bow because I still have Zephyr Strike on. I'm pulling out my mace and I'm running after that guy.
Go for it.
I'm legging it.
So there's a little green blur across the swampy jungle floor.
Alright. And then... mace. 14.
That is a hit.
He takes 5 bludgeoning damage.
You want to roll the shock damage as well?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
D4.
I will. D4. 2.
2 more shock.
If he goes off screen, I'm still chasing them.
Yep. We'll just move it up to the top and wrap for a while.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
The old lady comes over to Dagr and pulls like a bottle out of her thing and like hands it, like pulls the cork and like hands it over him, and he's like holding it but like between 2 fingers, and he's like glug, and some of his wounds close a little bit, and he's like, "That's not a lot, honestly, but I appreciate the help. You're a good friend, Nana." And that's all that happens. Maladrak.
Seeing this thing take off and seeing Tur booking after it, he's just gonna walk back across the tree and join Dagr and Nana.
Just give me a quick dex check.
Not saving throw. There we go.
Yep.
12.
So as you start walking across the thing, the branch cracks under your foot. You adjust your balance real quick, and then just calmly walk across the fallen tree to hang over with Nana and Dagr.
As I do, I kind of like shake my axe to like shake some of the blood off of it.
Dagr just nods his head in approval. As you approach, he points over at Petra, and the tiger goes, "Watch this! I bet she's gonna win." And the tiger strikes at Petra, doing 4 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And it's Petra's turn.
Yes, it is. So, if I just drop the great axe, can I pull out my mace
Yep.
same turn and attack with it?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna do that. Might have a little better luck. Let's see. Dun, dun.
Not quite. Just misses the tiger. Dagger's like, oh, that's a clever strategy. Dropping your weapon and then swinging in the air. Okay. Weird tiger. Snaps at Tur. That's 22. So that's
That hits.
8 points of piercing damage and a con save, please.
18.
And then it books. Okay. And you can have attack of opportunity as it runs away.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Question.
It's disengaging. You don't get an attack of opportunity. It just runs away. As it did. Action, bonus action, run away.
Okay.
Tur's turn, though.
I'm gonna let him go.
Okay.
I changed my mind. I'll let him go. What I will do is I will, however, come over here and slap that tiger.
There you go.
Don't take this win away from me.
Oh, you want it? You want me to not?
No. No, take it.
I'm too zoomy. Too many zooms.
Yeah. Dagger turns to Nana Joli, goes, see, it's a thing. They're going to intimidate it to death just by swinging in the air over its head. And at this point, Nana starts shuffling back towards her house, and she looks at Maladrak. She goes, "You look like a handsome young fellow. Bird, would you like some juice?"
Yes, please.
You got a few scratches on you. It's fine. You can stay here and rest up.
Thank you.
So, Maldrak, anything you're doing?
No, now that I see that Tur's helping out, I'm gonna get some juice.
All right. Yeah, she like moments later she kind of like she goes into the house and comes back out with like a tray with like chilled juice on it.
Nice.
Drop you out of combat, drop her out of combat. Petra.
I'm hitting this stupid tiger. Or at least trying.
If you move around it, you can get into flanking position and take advantage.
Oh, yes. Yes, I want that. Over here, friend.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, okay.
That is a hit.
Yay.
Woohoo!
7
Alright.
damage.
Yeah. And Tur.
Or 5. Anyway.
The first one was a hit.
There we go. Oh.
And you're muted again.
Health back, you're muted.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna step in front of it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give him a hit.
Boom. Yep.
17. And then my D4 damage. Oh, nice. He takes 8 damage.
And you kill it. which triggers the thunder.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, Petra,
I
I'm so
was worried
sorry.
about
Does this thing have reach on it? I feel like I need to mod it so it has reach.
So Petra, give me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Jess, please roll a D10 for thunder damage, please.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
Don't kill me and we're fine. 10!
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
All right. So Petra, you take 7 points of thunder damage, and you are knocked back. You're blown back against the rock here.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
But the tiger that you hit, there's like a little sizzle, and then there's like crack, and it just blows it like a big chunk of it just pieces all over. It's like it sort of unfurls, and then there's just tiger smear.
Is this guy still in range?
No, he's
Was
booked.
he watching
He's
it?
booked out.
Damn. I would have been like, that could have been you.
You can yell anyway.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it if he's already out of range. So, fine. I'll save it for next time.
Petra's just gonna breathe and go, this is why I used ranged weapons. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Go get her
Her
data.
immediately like
That'll
stashes it, runs over and like helps you to your feet.
Yeah.
Dagger's like he's like nodding. He's like, that was actually a pretty good way to finish the fight. Like that, it's a good solid note. You did good, boss. He looks at Petra. Not so much. But, you know, you're still learning, and hey, you're not dead, so you can fight again. That's a good thing. He looks over at Maladrak, goes, just a great job, really. I'm really happy with what you did today. You know, it's pretty impressive. You scared away that weird tiger. I'm a little concerned that he escaped, but, you know, we'll go hunt him down some other time, I guess. And Nana's like, I know where they live. I'll draw you a map. Come on in. I've got cookies. I think we're going to put a pin in it there.
That's a pretty good spot.
Good. I love it.
All right.
I'm
Well,
gonna grab my bow too before I forget.
yeah, pick up your
Yeah.
pieces, and
Don't.
there'll be some cleanup next time, and we'll start off at Nana Joli's cottage in the middle of the jungle. Well, thank you everyone for spending time with us. Hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as we did. And I'm signing off. Dongineer saying goodbye. Everybody else. Oh, don't forget.
Bye.
Don't forget. Sword Coast Adventurers. I probably said that wrong. What was it?
Swordcast Adventures.
Swordcast Adventurers. Check them out. They do awesome stuff. All right, that's it. We're out.
Hey everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Trying again.